We live in a world obsessed with convenience. Push-button lighters, waterproof matches, even high-tech ferro rods. Modern survival gear looks sleek, dependable, and ready for anything. But when those tools fail, and you know they do fail, you start to realize something humbling. Long before batteries and butane, humans mastered the art of creating fire with nothing but nature and knowledge. Those ancient skills, forgotten by most, can still outshine even the most expensive survival kit. It's easy to believe modern means better. Lighters spark instantly, ferro rods shower sparks, and fire-starting paste burns through rain. But every piece of gear has a weakness. Lighters break, matches get wet, ferro rods wear down or freeze in the cold. Out in the wilderness, gear isn't guaranteed. Skill is. Our ancestors understood that. For them, fire wasn't an accessory, it was life. It kept predators at bay, food cooked, and morale intact. When everything depended on fire, they didn't gamble on convenience. They built reliability from the earth itself. Among the oldest and most reliable fire-making tools is the bow drill. At first glance, it's primitive. A bow, a spindle, a hearthboard, and a socket. But the brilliance lies in its simplicity. By using friction to generate heat, it transforms motion into flame. The process begins with the spindle rotating rapidly against the hearthboard, creating fine wood dust that heats until it glows. That glowing ember, when transferred to a nest of dry bark or grass, bursts into life. The technique demands rhythm, precision, and patience, qualities every ancient hunter or wanderer had to master. What makes the bow drill superior in a survival scenario is, well, independence. No chemicals, no metal, no fuel, just the ability to understand materials. Softwood against hardwood, dry tinder, steady movement, and, turn them into fire. It's not easy the first time, but once you get it, you never forget it. When civilization met metallurgy, fire-starting evolved again. Flint and steel became the tool of explorers, warriors, and travellers across centuries. The method? Well, you strike carbon steel against a shard of flint or chert, and you'll release sparks hot enough to ignite tinder. It's simple, elegant, and nearly indestructible. Soldiers carried it through World War II trenches, and sailors used it to light pipes in howling storms. Even when drenched, it still works once dry. Unlike lighters or matches, flint and steel have no moving parts to fail. The key, really, lies in the tinder. Ancient firemakers, often used char cloth, burnt linen transformed into ember-catching gold, or they'd turn to natural alternatives like fungus, cattail fluff, or even dry moss. Every strike, it becomes an act of control over the elements, something that modern tech just can't quite replicate. Modern fire tools, they make you dependent, but ancient techniques, they make you capable. That's the difference, plain and simple. You can't break a bow drill. You can't run out of fuel with flint and steel. As long as there's dry wood, you have fire. In harsh conditions, that reliability is everything. Rain ruins lighters. Cold kills batteries. But the bow drill, the hand drill, or a simple steel striker can still pull life from the wilderness. It's not about the tool, it's about the knowledge. There's also a deeper layer most people overlook, the psychological power of self-reliance. Creating fire by hand isn't just survival, it's transformation. You feel the same thrill our ancestors did when smoke curls from your first ember. It's proof that you've mastered one of humanity's oldest arts, the same art that carried people through ice ages and wars. Learning these techniques isn't just a nostalgic exercise, it's a return to something real. Start simple. Find dry, softwood sticks. Learn how to carve a spindle and bow. Experiment with natural tinder. The first few tries will humble you, but the moment you catch that first spark, you'll understand why these methods never died. Because fire is more than heat. It's connection, it's independence, it's survival stripped down to its essence. Ancient techniques remind us that we don't need gadgets to endure. We just need skill and patience. So, next time you're out in the wild, resist the urge to click your lighter. Try the bow drill, strike the steel, feel the rhythm, the resistance, and the triumph when that ember breathes into flame. You're not just making fire, you're reviving a legacy. If this kind of forgotten knowledge inspires you, hit subscribe, share this with someone who swears by their modern kit, and, keep exploring the skills that shaped our survival. Because here on the Forgotten War Fronts, we don't just study history, we ignite it.